Hi, good morning. Welcome to Rhythm Therapies with me, Annette Brown. I thought I'd just catch up with you and talk to you about what I've been doing recently. For those of you who know me, you know that I've been a life coach for nearly 13 years, feng shui consultant, Shendao trained for the last 13 years, Reiki master teacher, NLP practitioner, EFT practitioner. And in 2006, I qualified as a meditation instructor, or it might have been 2005. And recently, myself, I don't know, I feel as though I've been taking on the stresses and the strains of the world, and that's something as a therapist we have to step back from. So I know that I swim and I go for walks and everything, but I just wondered, what could I literally do for me? So I decided that I was going to do an 8-week intensive training MBCT course, which is basically mindfulness cognitive behavioural therapy. And I have to say, I've loved it. We go through our lives daily just on automatic pilot, and what I found fascinating was the fact, whenever I've done meditation, yes, you ground people, you make sure that they're grounded, they're not going to float off somewhere, and you ensure that they're not on automatic pilot. However, our first thing that we did was talking about being on automatic pilot. And basically, mindfulness is basically paying attention in a certain way. It's like being on purpose and in the moment and not judging things as they are. And one of the first things we had to do, and I'd heard about this from someone else, one of the first things we had to do, we had to sit and we had to pay attention to a raisin for about 5 minutes. Just sitting looking at it. Well, I chose a yellow one. I couldn't just have a brown one. Couldn't just be normal. And I had a yellow raisin. And it was about being attentive to the raisin. And notice, when you're not being mindful, when you are going back onto autopilot, allowing your thoughts to control you. And one of the things that I really took from it was, and which we do in hypnotherapy, you can choose to come back. You can choose to come back to deliberately refocus your attention. Now, what we also did was a body scan. Now, but also, the other thing that we did, when we were going into meditation, we literally took our focus to each individual toe to start with. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. And then we shifted our attention from there to the soles of our feet. But let me go back to the toes. We had to walk mindfully. And unless you've ever walked mindfully, you will not have a clue what it's like. We had to literally walk mindfully. This is on day one. And you had to be aware of your toes. And I became very much aware that as I walked, my toes actually curled and supported me. But what blew me away was the soles of my feet. Because how often do you think about the soles of your feet? How much work the soles of your feet do? Because you walk unconsciously, don't you? You walk without having to think about it. You literally do walk on your feet every day without thinking. Then we took our attention away from the soles of our feet to our ankles, then to our calves and our shins and our thighs and our hips, and then to our tummy and our chest and our, breathing. We breathe every day. Most of us shallow breathe. Within our tummy, in our chest, we have like a diaphragm, and the diaphragm is, you could picture it as a pit of bread, and unless we breathe deeply into the diaphragm, that will never ever blow up as it should do. So we go about life so much on autopilot. I just thought today it would be really interesting to talk to you about trying to be more mindful. Anyway, let me go back to the raisin. I have digressed. So we had to look at this raisin for 5 minutes. Then we had to put the raisin up to the ear and turn it, and you could hear the sounds of the raisin. Then we had to put it on our tongue and do nothing with it, not a single solitary thing. Just sit there for about 3, 4, 5 minutes, just with this on our tongue. But then we could bite into it. Slowly. Really slowly. And when I bit into it, the flavour exploded in my mouth. The flavour of the raisin. Now, normally, I'd have put a handful of raisins in, not one. So what it has made me do as well? It's made me very mindful of my food. Taking the smaller bites, chewing, really enjoying it, really being appreciative of it. And I just think, it's blown me away. I have to say it has blown me away. We don't realise, do we, that, moving from relating to experience through thinking instead to directly sensing. And when you do this, you notice how automatic processes literally do limit our reactions and our responses. Learning to direct our attention is to engage. And to sustain that attention is to stay and explore. And to shift attention is to disengage. Noticing our mental states, our modes of minds, and our habitual mind, how it wanders. Now, if we could learn to use breath as an anchor, amazing. So I thought today I'd just bring this to your attention because I know my son's a teacher, it's been brought into schools now, and I do think it is amazing. It is mindfulness meditation is a moment-to-moment awareness. It is being fully awake. It is involving being here in the moment of our life without striving and without judging. Think about something that you really, really, really enjoy doing. Now stop and just close your eyes and just take a few moments to remember that time now. How did you feel when you've recalled that? Do you think you've noticed that there was room for distraction, distracting thoughts or feelings? It's when you stop fully in the moment and you sense completeness, enoughness. These are the moments when we feel most at home. I did stand up for the first meditation. I stood up for 40 minutes because I'd been working since 6 in the morning, and it was at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I just thought I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to really enjoy it. So I stood up. The second week I sat down for it. everybody that laid down went to sleep, believe it or not. So I just think that by either sitting or standing, it just does make you more aware. So I thought today we might just do a little bit of a mindfulness meditation. So if you can find somewhere comfortable, just to settle down, and just settle down into a comfortable posture, just sitting, and just taking in a nice deep breath. And as you're breathing in, don't allow your shoulders to come up. And as you're breathing out, just let everything go. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So, I'm going to ask you to start and disengage your mind from any busy thoughts or ideas. Close your eyes really softly. Now gently gather all of your attention into the centre of your body. Try to reel in all thoughts that take you to the outside world. Just allow the outside world to gradually melt away and dissolve into empty space. Just allow the outside world to dissolve. Let's begin by bringing your attention to the area at the crown of your head. Focus on the area around the crown of your head. And as you do, focus on this area and just imagine all the tension in the muscles gradually dissolving away. Now, focus on the temples and your forehead, imagining any tension or any headaches or any pain dissolving away, disappearing as you place your mind on the part of your body. Just imagine the tension draining down through your body into the ground. All the tension in your head now drains down through your body into the ground. Now, imagine the tension in your jaw and your ears gradually melting away. As you place your mind on this area, imagine any tension draining down through your body into the ground. Now, imagine the tension in your jaw and your ears melting away, draining through your body again into the ground. Now, think to yourself how comfortable your head is and how relaxed you're feeling. Focus on the area of tension around the neck and the shoulders, allowing the shoulders to drop. Imagine all the tension dissolving down into the ground. And as you do, try to feel that the weights of the world and the burdens and the tensions that you've been carrying in your shoulders and your neck, feel them melting away, as though you are really letting go of all of the tension that is being held in your shoulders. Think to yourself, my neck and shoulders are now comfortable and relaxed. Relax your arms and hands, imagining all of the tension in these areas draining out of your fingertips into the far distance. Now, disengage your attention from here and let's take it to the back. And bring your mind to the top of your spine. Focus on any area of tension that may have been building up around the spine. Place your mind on these areas of tension and just allow the knots to unravel as you focus on one at a time and focus on the tension dissolving away down your spine, out through the soles of your feet, into the ground. Now, as your attention reaches the base of your spine, just think to yourself now, my back is comfortable and relaxed. Let's take your attention now, disengage, and take your attention to the front of your body, to your chest and your stomach. And try to identify any areas of stress or tension here in this part of the body. Imagine that all of the tension drains away, disappearing as you focus on it. Imagine any fear, any tension, or any stress that's built up within the stomach now disappears. And now think to yourself, my chest and stomach are comfortable and relaxed. Gradually scan down from the crown of your head to the tips of your feet, checking to see if there is any tension left in your body. If you locate any, then engage in any of the exercises that we've just gone through and just allow it to leave your body through the soles of your feet. And as you imagine all of the tension draining out of your body, you enjoy this experience. Now, for your legs and your feet, just allow it all just to relax and let go. And just imagine all tension in these areas disappearing through the soles of your feet. Just relaxing and letting it all go. And now, gently open your eyes, just allowing it all just to go. Now, how do you feel now? I bet you feel amazingly relaxed. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed this little podcast. I love my podcasting. I really hope that you've enjoyed it and that you listen to this, download it and listen to it. You can visit me on Facebook, which is Rhythm Therapies or Rhythm Hypnotherapies, or you can visit www.rhythmtherapies.co.uk or www.rhythmhypnotherapy.co.uk. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if there's anything I can do to help you, please get in touch. And you're going to, if you do this every day for a minimum of 31 days, you will feel amazing and you will be amazingly calm. I hope that you have a fandabidosi day. It's Tuesday here in the UK and it is the 3rd of November. So I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye now.